Chief Miyabi! Tsukishiro! Hello! I'm so pleased to see you in such good health. I'm here to submit my sick leave form, same as before. You know the drill.
3 sick days this week. Got it.
Chief, please don't go along with him. This isn't like ordering at a restaurant. Asaba, I have reminded you several times now you've already used up your leave for the year. In theory, we can't approve your requests anymore.
Theory is just theory. It's not like I can control this. You all know I've been sick since I was a kid, and I still get flare-ups every now and then. That's why my family abandoned me.
Huh? Didn't you say last time that you had no parents? Just a master?
Yeah, after my parents abandoned me, my master took me in. I passed all the tests for the HSO but got rejected because of my health. Thankfully, Chief Miyabi took pity on me.
I didn't choose you out of pity. It was simply because you were the strongest candidate.
Oh, you're too kind. What can I say? I'm a genius.
Fine. I'll figure something out for your leave. But 3 days is the absolute limit. And don't pull what you did last time, sending me a fake thermometer picture at midnight on the 3rd day, asking to extend your leave.
A correction? That wasn't fake. It was the actual reading. Though, it was my cat's temperature.
Public security recently seized a batch of illegal pharmaceuticals. Supposedly, they can temporarily boost ether aptitude. This is a highly important case and could be transferred to us soon. When that happens, you won't have the flexibility to take any more time off.
Drugs that can boost ether aptitude? Where were they seized?
In the hollow at Port Elpis. This is new. Are you actually interested in the case?
Oh, please. You know I'd never be interested in work. But a drug like that sounds perfect for slacking off. Wouldn't it be useful on missions? Why was it banned?
Because it's too good to be true. And even if it's real, there must be some unforeseen consequences.
That was a cool line, Yanagi.
Thanks, Chief.
I've heard of this drug before, but it was years ago. It can boost ether aptitude temporarily, but the side effects are severe. It worsens corruption symptoms, and can even cause the user to turn into an ethereal.
Oh, those are the consequences Nagi was talking about!
In any case, seeking power like this is pure opportunism. Real strength comes from hard work, not shortcuts.
But in this world, those with real strength are always a rare minority.
Did you just say something?
Nope, nothing. I'll let you get back to approving my sick leave then. My chest is starting to hurt again. Feels like I'm dying. Anywho, I'll get out of your hair now. See you after my leave. Take care, everyone.
Oh, this guy. He doesn't even try to fake it anymore.
He takes a leave like this every month. I bet he's just sneaking off somewhere and stuffing his face with tasty food.
Harumasa just has something he has to get done. If possible, I'd also like to...
Oh, no, you don't. Chief, we have a very important meeting tomorrow. Please make sure you attend it. And don't be late.
Oh...
Hey there, you two. How's it going?
Oh, it's you. No wonder there was only one knock. Too lazy to knock again, huh?
Knocking on the door is just another thing that wears me out. As long as I get what I need, it doesn't matter how many times I knock. More importantly, I need your help with something. Actually, you're the only ones who can help me out.
What is it? Sounds pretty serious when you put it like that.
I need to go into the Hollow for a case, but my carrot's acting up. You're the only proxies I know that I can trust.
No way. This is actually for work? Since when did you become so passionate about your job? You're not messing with me, are you?
Ouch, that hurts. As a professional executive officer, I have always been proactive at my job, haven't I? Besides, this is an excellent opportunity for you to see me in action. I'm sure the experience will come in handy if you run into any trouble in the future.
We don't want any trouble with the executive officers. Anyway, what's this case that you're working on?
I'm trying to track down a wanted criminal who's been missing for years now. His major crime is developing an illegal drug through illicit means. This drug is beyond existing theoretical knowledge and can significantly boost the user's ether aptitude temporarily. Simply put, it's like a wonder drug you see in the movies that can deliver superhuman strength with a single injection.
That sounds really suspicious. If we were in a movie, I feel like this is the part where the protagonist asks, but at what cost?
Val is right. If this drug really does exist and is safe to use, the city would already be researching and promoting it, wouldn't they?
Yes, this drug is extremely dangerous. In theory, it should have been completely destroyed years ago, but recently some rumors have started to circulate. They're probably connected to the drug's creator, the criminal I mentioned before, and my goal is to find him. Of course, I'll offer you fair compensation. Denny's are meant to be spent, so just name your price.
You should have mentioned that sooner. Of course we'll help you. Understanding the job of an executive officer is very important. So, when do we leave?
Now, no time to lose. Meet me at Port Elpis. I'll be waiting for you there, partner. Let's search for clues in this area and see if we can find anything on this suspicious drug. Whoa! Looks like we've got a big one over there. tempo is so convenient at times like this. It's perfect for someone as efficient as me.
I think you mean lazy.
Be gentle with the patient, would you?
Stay vigilant. Hip.
Oh my, now there's a familiar face. If someone from public security is here, I must have found the right place. Come on, let's go say hi. How do you do, my fellow officers? Great work.
That uniform. Is he an executive officer? What is he doing here? Don't tell me those guys from HSO are trying to take our credit again.
Relax. I'm not the type of person to take credit for someone else's work. Right, Junior Seth? Oh, please say hi to your brother for me.
Junior?
He and I both graduated from the same academy, just not in the same year. So, Asaba, executive officer, what are you doing here?
Oh, nothing much, really. Just a teensy little favor. I know PubSec is investigating the illegal drug case. Can I take a look at the samples you seized?
That's crucial evidence! You're definitely trying to steal our credit. This case hasn't been transferred over to HSO yet.
The drugs are connected to an important case I'm investigating. According to the Public Security Handbook, rule number... what was it again? I forget. In any case, PubSec officers are obligated to assist executive officers with their investigations inside the Hollows. In other words, you can't say no to me.
Mr. Executive Officer, it's not that we don't want to provide them. It's just that all the confiscated drugs have been sent to the evidence room, and we don't have any with us right now.
Huh? That's right!
Oh, has anyone told you that you're terrible at lying? Since you aren't willing to cooperate, I guess I'll just have to take them myself.
Such clean moves. Wait, did you just go through my pockets?
Aha! Found it. This is an unfinished product. You haven't completed the potency tests, have you? The active ingredients are too minimal to increase ether aptitude. If you ask me, this isn't the real stuff. Just a cheap knockoff.
How did you manage to gather so much information from just a few looks and a couple of sniffs?
Because I'm an elite from Section 6. So, do you regret choosing public security when you graduated?
Hey, you really know how to piss someone off, don't you?
Oh, thanks for the compliment. By the way, I should probably mention that there's a whole bunch of ethereals over there sprinting this way. I'll leave them for our brave and skilled public security officers to handle.
Wait, you're just gonna hide behind us like that?
I'm sure you don't need me to deal with these ethereals, right? Besides, I'm busy protecting my bamboo here. I believe in you. Go.
Hey, don't use me as an excuse at a time like this.
Oh, you're making me sad. I genuinely wanted to protect you from the bottom of my heart.
Just ignore him. Let's fight. Help! Help me! Young citizen, have you gotten lost in the hollow? Do you need help? They are still there.
His eyes. What's happening? Is that a sign of corruption?
There's no time. I don't think he can see us. Maybe he can't hear us either.
Stay away from him!
The kid's turning into an ethereal.
But why? His corruption symptoms were pretty mild. Plus, his core came out in seconds. That's impossible.
Oh no, he's gonna attack!
It's too late. This ethereal is tougher than it looks. If you don't want to fight, then get behind me, now. I'll take him down.
This guy. Why do I get the feeling it isn't your average ethereal?
You're right. But worry about yourself first. I'd rather not have to scrape you off the floor here.
Damn it! Don't underestimate me!
One fell swoop. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. 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 Incoming. Justice will be served.
It's over now. Rest in peace.
What happened to him? His corruption symptoms were unlike anything we've seen in the handbook. And his core appeared almost instantly. There was no chance we could have saved him.
That's because those weren't signs of corruption. They're indicators of a late-stage disease.
Ether aptitude regression syndrome. People with this condition are naturally frail, with lesions appearing on their skin. But they have a higher ether aptitude than the average person. In the late stages, their bodies will rapidly deteriorate until they gradually lose all sensory perception under severe pain. In the end, just like that kid, even the slightest contact with ether causes severe corruption. Their high ether aptitude makes this disease turn a blessing into a curse. And there's no cure yet. Long time no see, Harumasa. How have you been these past years?
Do you know each other?
We're old acquaintances. What are you doing here?
Look at you, all grown up. What happened to my little pal? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kirishima. I'm a doctor of sorts. That child who just turned into an ethereal was my patient. His condition had progressed to late stages. He couldn't take the pain anymore. So he decided to enter the Hollow and end his own life. Sorry you had to see that. Children suffering from this disease usually don't live long. I wish I'd noticed his emotional struggles sooner.
So all those strange things just now were symptoms of a disease? At any rate, public security will need to look into this. We'll have to bring you in for a statement.
No problem. I'll fully cooperate with public security's work. But first, could you please give me a moment to catch up with my dear classmate here?
Go ahead.
I don't really see any need for us to catch up.
Come on now, I thought we'd have a lot to share. Honestly, I never imagined you'd still be... and become such an outstanding executive officer. Impressive. But you've always been a well-behaved, diligent, and hard-working kid. It looks like all your effort has paid off.
Well-behaved, diligent, and hardworking? Is this satire?
I'll take that as a compliment. So, since when did you become a doctor? And one who takes on patients like that?
I run a sanatorium that treats patients with ether aptitude regression syndrome. To make up for my past mistakes.
I'm genuinely surprised hearing those words coming from your mouth.
I may have done some bad things, but I was deceived by that man just like you were. You know that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been acquitted.
Whatever you say. What does any of this have to do with me?
If fate has reunited us here, there must be a reason. You and I, we should work together. I found some leads on him already. You've been looking for him for a while too, right? If you want, we can find him together as classmates.
You've been investigating Master.
That's right. I found a shelter that he used to hide in years ago. It was corrupted by a hollow, but there's still many clues left behind. If we work together and investigate the shelter, we might be able to follow the trail and locate where he's hiding now.
Let me think about it. By the way, Master told me that I was his only student. And you? We're just an assistant. We're not classmates. I was clueless as a kid and didn't care about these things. So I'd appreciate it if you stopped acting like we're friends.
Come on, but we're indeed...
Sorry. How much longer will you need? It's not safe. We should get out of here ASAP.
We're done talking. The rest is public security's job, and I won't interfere. Goodbye, everyone.
Ever heard of that old saying? No secrets allowed in my new hairdo.
Sorry. That wasn't intentional. We can talk about it once we get somewhere safe. To be honest, I was only planning to snag a few samples from the PubSec officers. Everything that happened afterwards. The kid turning into an ethereal, and Kirishima. None of that was part of the plan.
What's up with that guy, Kirishima? He said he was your senpai, but something felt kinda off between you guys.
I have a master, and Kirishima was my master's assistant. I guess you could say we're old acquaintances. So yeah, no heartwarming, cheesy movie moments between me and him. I don't trust him.
That's a little surprising. You don't usually dislike people so openly.
Oh, and about the master thing. Cards on the table. Remember I told you the guy who made that drug is a wanted criminal who's been missing? Well, that wanted criminal is my master. His drug improves ether aptitude temporarily, but there's no way around the terrible side effects. And that's not all. He was found guilty by the Inquisitors in a trial at the time, but disappeared before facing punishment. Kirishima thinks my master fled to avoid punishment. He feels that he was deceived into participating in illegal experiments, so he wants to get back at my master for it. He even wanted me to join him.
So what do you think of your master? Are you going to confront him too?
Master taught me a lot of things, including archery. To me, he was like family. I was clueless about his research until he disappeared. I've been hoping to find him because I have a question only he can answer. I've been trying to investigate this case since I became an executive officer. There's never been any substantial evidence until the drug resurfaced recently. The sample I saw was not my master's work. It's a cheap knockoff, an unfinished product that's less effective with worse side effects. There. I just told you everything. Very sincere of me as a partner, don't you think? Oh, one more thing, very important. This isn't actually for work. Just my private investigation. If Chief Miyabi and the others ask you about it, can you keep it a secret for me, please?
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
Thanks. You're the best partner. Oops, I didn't realize it's so late already. I'm heading out. I'll let you know when I find any more leads.
These kids are currently living at my sanatorium. Tsubaki, Kana, Ryosuke, say hi to everyone.
Nice to meet you. Our families left us when we got sick. We're lucky Mr. Kirishima took us in.
Yeah. Mr. Kirishima's sanatorium gives us free food, shelter, and medical care. Without him, we'd be homeless. We're all very grateful to him.
I'm just doing my part. Ether aptitude regression syndrome is very rare. Hardly anyone understands what you're going through.
Oh, really? Last I heard, certain characteristics of this disease are pretty well known.
Anyway, since we're all here today, let's talk about happier things, shall we? My new manager friend here might not know this, but Harumasa was a real genius when he was a kid. First time he picked up a bow, he was hitting bullseyes. Just incredible.
He's still a genius, you know?
Not just archery. This kid could learn anything with minimal guidance. Gotta envy that talent. Too bad Master turned out the way he did. The things that man did are unforgivable. That's why I want to find him with Harumasa.
Your name's Kana, right? Why are you so quiet?
She's not used to socializing due to her health. Don't mind her. Come on, no use just standing here. Let's go inside and have some hot pot. Got any plans next? Maybe we could find somewhere else to...
Sorry that we're meeting again under such circumstances, Mr. Kirishima. But we've received an anonymous tip about illegal activities you may be involved with. Please, come with us.
Illegal activities? You must be mistaken. I have always been a law-abiding citizen.
No mistake, sir. We're here for you. You know exactly what this is about. Now come along, Mr. Kirishima. We'll get you situated with some fresh tea down at the station.
I'm afraid this isn't a good time. I have to take these kids back to the sanatorium soon. They hardly get to see the outside world, and I can't just leave them all on their own. Surely you understand.
Cooperating with public security is every law-abiding citizen's duty. Don't give our officer a hard time. Tell you what, I'll take the kids. I promise they'll get back to the sanatorium safely. Sound good?
Mr. Kirishima, shall we go?
Okay. I'll entrust the kids with you, Harumasa. But could you take them to Port Elpis? The sanatorium is nearby, and I'll send someone to pick them up.
Oh. You don't want me to visit the sanatorium? Got something to hide?
Of course not. I just don't want you to go out of your way. The sanatorium is in a remote area with a quiet environment to better help our patients. It's really hard to find without someone leading the way.
Oh, I see. Well, my super rich friend here wants to come too. Wouldn't you want a wealthy investor to see your sanatorium? Might just drop a couple $100 million Denny's on it.
That's right. I'm very interested in your project. And if I like what I see, I'd happily invest $100 million.
We'd need to prepare for such an esteemed guest properly. There's still parts of the sanatorium that need work. We'll be sure to invite you once everything's ready. Isn't that right, Tsubaki?
Yes. Mr. Kirishima is right. We still have to get some things ready.
All right. I'll bring them to the port and your staff can meet us there.
Okay, kids, stay close to Harumasa. Be good and don't cause him any trouble. Got it?
Got it.
See you later. All right, everyone. Let's go. I'll take you to the port.
Wait, you mean the drugs we seized are linked to a big case from years ago?
That's what people are saying. Apparently it's a case from way back when. There was this researcher who invented an enhancing serum that could boost ether aptitude significantly in an instant. Even though it had nasty side effects and was totally illegal, it still caught the eye of some groups. But that's not even the wildest part. Do you know how the drug is made? They make it from living beings.
Living beings? Like animals? Or do you mean live ethereals?
You can't even imagine. They make it from live human tissue.
Live? Human tissue?
It's from patients with a special disease. We saw one, remember? The kid who turned into an ethereal right before us? I think it was called Ether Aptitude Regression Syndrome. It's a terminal illness. Most patients die before reaching adulthood, and the longer they live, the more dangerous it gets. They rarely make it past their 20s. The gist of it is, because of this disease, their tissue can be used to create the wonder drug that boosts ether aptitude.
What wonder drug? This is straight up illegal. And using live people to make it? Do they even see them as humans?
Well, it's definitely very risky for the patients. It could worsen their illness, maybe even kill them. But to be honest, if they could reduce the side effects, I'd be up for trying it. Considering we have to go into the hollows regularly, even the best of us can run into danger. If we had a drug like this, we'd feel a lot safer.
But isn't that unethical? Yeah, we might be safer, but what about the patients? They deserve to live a good life too!
You make a good point.
It's a small price to pay. Since the disease is terminal, just like your colleague pointed out, maybe using them to make drugs that help others isn't such a bad idea. Making the world a better place often means sacrifices. Between patients who won't live long and promising officers like you, the choice is obvious. Looking at the big picture from New Eridu's standpoint, these patients are just necessary sacrifices we have to make.
Asaba Harumasa! As an executive officer at Section 6, how could you say that? No one deserves to be a sacrifice! We all swore an oath when we graduated from the academy. No matter where we end up, public security or HSO, we pledge to serve and protect all civilians equally, not to judge them as more or less valuable. You can't weigh one life over another. If you really believe that, you shouldn't be wearing that uniform.
Seth, calm down. Harumasa probably didn't mean it that way.
Interesting. I never thought a man like your brother could have a sibling like you.
Huh? What's my brother got to do with this?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud. Seth Lowell.
What? You want to fight? I'm not afraid of you!
You're an honest man. You're going to make an excellent public security officer.
Huh?
Oh, and just to clarify, the drug's made from spinal fluid, not body tissue. It has to be extracted directly from the back of the neck while the patient is still alive. Well then, I'll leave you officers to your work.
What was all that about? Things escalated real fast. You're not mad, are you?
No. I was just curious how other authorities think about the drug. That's all. By the way, what's your take on this drug?
The production of this drug is messed up. What kind of civilized society would use living people to make medicine? Just like Seth said, no one should be a sacrifice.
No one should be a sacrifice, huh? I see. The kids are probably done talking. Let's go check on them. What do you want to drink? It's on me. Excuse me, can I get a bitter gourd juice first?
Bitter gourd juice? That's a unique choice.
You might be surprised, but bitterness can actually taste pretty good once you're used to it. When you've had to take as many meds as I have, for as long as I have, you start to appreciate the flavor. Relax. You can trust me. Not just because I'm from HSO. I've also got some unfinished business with Kirishima.
It was Kirishima who killed Shinya. And others, too. A lot of kids at the sanatorium have died because of him.
He's doing experiments on you, isn't he?
You knew?
Just a guess. I didn't see any puncture marks on your necks. He must have told you to cover them up.
Yeah, Kirishima has been using us, taking our spinal fluid to make that ether aptitude booster drug. The whole sanatorium is just one big human experiment lab, but he tells everyone it's a charity to help us. Shinya died because of him.
Shinya wasn't even that sick. He had the mildest symptoms among us. But Kirishima... He injected Shinya with the drug he developed himself. Just because he wanted to collect data on the side effects. Fully aware it's deadly to people like us.
Even though his drug is an unfinished product, the side effects are still too much for patients with ether aptitude regression syndrome.
Shinya took my place. I was the one who was supposed to get injected. I know people at public security. I'm taking you to report this case right now. We can't. He warned us that the other kids at the sanatorium are his hostages. And if we do anything, they'll die.
How's your condition right now?
Not great. I probably don't have much time left.
Don't say things like that, Kana. We're all gonna be okay.
I'm not just saying that, Tsubaki. I've made up my mind. Next time, when it's your turn to extract the spinal fluid, just use mine. He won't care whose it is, as long as it works, at the very least. I want to do something meaningful before my time is up.
No! You should rest more because your condition's worsened. I'm doing okay right now. They can have my spinal fluid.
There you all are. I've been looking everywhere.
Look who's here. What took you so long? I thought you'd forgotten about these kids.
I would never. The guy I sent to meet you must have dozed off in the car. He wasn't picking up my calls.
Sounds like he's burnt out from working too hard. You should watch out for that. Labor disputes are not fun.
You're right. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for taking care of the kids today. It's getting late. I'll take them back now.
Don't worry. I've talked to the kids and slipped GPS trackers and mics on them.
You didn't say anything you shouldn't have today, did you?
No! We didn't say anything!
Good. Remember, you're just my living medical supplies. Anyone who dares disobey me will be joining Shinya soon. I could use someone to test the side effects of the latest batch.
This guy is pure evil. We've got to stop him.
We'll use the recordings as evidence, and I'm going to track down the exact coordinates of the sanatorium. But like Kana said, there are other kids there. We can't risk alerting him. Otherwise, knowing what he's like, he'll probably kill them all and cover everything up. As for the spinal fluid, I'll figure something out.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just a bit worn out today. Let's head back first.
Whoa, afternoon tea! Thank you, Master. Remember, Harumasa, what do we do before snack time?
I know. It's time for that. I need to get the shot in my neck first.
That's right. And don't forget your daily medicine. These are all necessary things to help you get better.
Don't worry, Master. I'm not afraid of pain or medicine. But the medicine, it's bitter like the black coffee that you always drink.
Good boy. You're going to get better soon.
Then, if I keep being a good boy, will I get a prize?
What did you have in mind?
I want your headband. With that, I'll be as good as you.
The headband isn't what does that. Very well, but you have to keep being a good boy, okay?
You've been awfully quiet. How are you feeling? Are you okay?
Sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, back to what we were saying. I'm just like those kids. I have ether aptitude regression syndrome. This disease affects different parts of the body for different people. For me, it's mainly my lungs and heart. As you can see, it's also caused my chronic condition.
Will you turn into an ethereal like the boy we saw in the hollow?
Don't worry, my condition is mild. I'm not gonna die that easily. You know what they say. The bad guys always live the longest.
What are you talking about? Kirishima is the real bad guy here. Wait, I hope he doesn't stick around.
Back when I was first diagnosed, my parents took me to the best hospital in the city. They told me they'd get some food for me while we waited. But they never came back. I was too little to even speak properly then. But even if I knew where home was, there was no going back. After that, Master took me in. He taught me a lot of things, like how to draw a bow, how to wield a blade, and how to survive in this world with this body of mine. He said he wanted to cure me. So every day, I took lots of meds and got injections in the back of my neck. It wasn't until much later I realized they weren't giving me shots, but extracting materials from me to make the booster drug. The choker I wear is actually to cover the scars on my neck. But hey, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Oops, I've said more than I should. But that's all in the past now. I don't care anymore.
But I care.
You don't have to look so sad. But thank you. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. I think I know what Kirishima is after. He said he wants to help me find Master, but what he really wants is the research data and drug samples my master left behind. But now that it's come to this, I have no choice but to confront him. Not just for my master, but for the sake of those kids, too. When the time comes, I'll be counting on your guidance, partner. Excuse me, my hard-working colleagues. It's such a pleasure to see you all.
Harumasa, you're late again. And Belle?
Oh, she's with me. She mentioned wanting to join HSO, so she's here to check out the place.
What he said. I have considered it.
You've got great potential. I'm sure with a little effort, you'll make it into HSO. But I'm here today because I have a few things I want to say.
Aren't you here because today is a work day?
Actually, no. But, Yanagi, I wanted to thank you for everything. I know you've done a lot for me. My leave excuses are all over the place. But you always managed to fight for my case with the higher-ups. Without your help, I would have been called in by the higher-ups for my ridiculous number of absences. Man, I hate to admit it, but even though we joined around the same time, you're way ahead of me now. Chief Miyabi, thank you for your trust all this time. If it weren't for you, HSO probably never would have accepted someone like me with all my health issues.
Like I said before, I chose you because you're strong.
And Lil Sokaku, I'm sorry for always pulling you aside at work to lecture you. I was actually just trying to slack off.
Huh? Really?
Asaba, did something happen?
It's nothing. It's just, starting today, I need to take a little vacation to take care of some important matters. As the chief would put it, I'm doing a training tied to my past self.
Oh, so you're training! Is there anything we can help you with, Harumasa?
Nope. But if you really want to help, perhaps you could take over my workload? I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Training is good, but don't push yourself too hard. I trust you, both as your superior and as your friend. Whatever you have to do, just get back here on time.
That's right. If you run into any problems, contact us anytime.
Yeah! And if you're not back on time, there won't be any snacks left in the office. I'll eat them all.
Thanks. I'll be back as soon as I can.
You were acting a little strange back there. That wasn't a death flag, was it?
Of course not. I just feel a little sentimental about having to leave my team for a while. It's getting late. Let's get ready to enter the Hollow. Let's see. The place we agreed to meet Kirishima.
Please note, there is a mechanism here that can move containers.
Gee, this place really is a port. There's so much dust. I have a sensitive throat. Even a little dust can trigger a reaction. But it's no biggie. Let's keep going. Hit!
wrong? You feeling okay?
I'm okay. Just haven't gotten much sleep lately. Feeling a little tired.
You don't look okay. Should we get out of here first?
Observation. Asaba Harumasa is exhibiting hand tremors, coughing, and reduced accuracy during combat. Hypothesis. This is likely linked to his physical condition. Suggestion. Leave the hollow environment now and rest.
Okay. I admit I haven't been at my best. But it's no big deal. I can't rest now. You know how much this means to me. I need to see it through. It's my last chance.
Do you really need to find your master that badly? Even if it means risking your health?
I need an answer. And more importantly, I cannot let Kirishima get to Master first, or obtain his research data and drug samples. If my Master's research falls into his hands, a lot of people will die. And not just patients suffering from ether aptitude regression syndrome, but many ordinary people will become his test subjects. It's like Pandora's box. Once it's open, there's no going back. He won't stop pursuing his grand ambitions, regardless of how many people he sacrifices. I won't allow it. So please, I need your help. Please, fight with me until the very end.
If you insist. But promise me you won't push yourself too hard.
Thank you, partner. Don't worry. I value my life highly. And the last thing I'd do is push myself too hard. All right, let's keep going.
Al, should we be doing this? What if his condition gets worse?
Don't worry, I've got a plan B. We can contact Section 6 if anything really does go wrong. They'll be able to get here in time.
Good thinking. I'll keep them on speed dial.
Stay on your feet. Ready. Kirishima is just up ahead. Honestly, he's the last person I want to see right now. But there's no other choice. I'll just have to suck it up.
Tip: there is a special location sensor ahead. There's a device on the wall ahead that can be triggered by an arrow.
Harumasa, what's wrong? Not feeling well?
I'm fine. This is a letter?
Do you recognize the symbol?
Yeah. When I was being experimented on, there were other adults around Master who always seemed to be busy. Master told me they were there to keep an eye on him. They weren't friends. So, we agreed that if I wanted time alone with him, I'd draw this symbol on a note. Then he'd come find me by himself, teach me archery, or just tell me stories.
Damn it, it's not here either.
What are you looking for?
Oh, nothing. Just seems like there's nothing here that could help us find Master. But as I thought, you're the only one who can solve this puzzle. Good thing I brought you here. You knew him better than anyone.
Is that so? I used to think I knew him. Just like everyone thinks they know their family. But now, I'm not so sure.
Ambush!
That ethereal keeps circling around the briefcase. It's almost like it's guarding it on purpose.
Forget about the ethereal. Go get that briefcase now! There's gotta be something inside that'll help us find Master's whereabouts.
Master's whereabouts. Huh. Master's clothes are scattered near that ethereal. And those are definitely his glasses. Is he really still alive?
Harumasa, I know you're concerned for his safety, but try not to think about that right now.
Enough! I'm tired. I know you've been after what's inside that briefcase from the start. There are no clues leading to Master in there, just the booster drug he left behind. And I know you want to use Master's work to advance your own research, creating the so-called miracle drug that allows humans to conquer the Hollows. And that's why you built the sanatorium. But in reality, it's just your lab for human experiments where you harvest materials from sick kids. I know it all. And a team is rescuing those kids from your sanatorium as we speak. So tell me, is he still alive?
Guess I couldn't have fooled you after all. You even got the sanatorium's coordinates. Whatever, it's not that important anyway. Now that the puzzle's solved, you're useless to me. Since we've known each other for so many years, I'll tell you, your precious master, he's over there growling right now.
You mean that ethereal?
That's right. That ethereal is your master. I watched him get corrupted with my own eyes. He foolishly tried to go against the power players. It's only fitting he ends up like this.
I had questions for him. I haven't...
If anyone's at fault, it's your master. He didn't understand the value of this research. This is a chance to go down in history. Once we make a true ether aptitude booster, we'll no longer fear the Hollows. We could even conquer them. When that time comes, a new world will be born. And I will be its god!
Even if it means stepping over countless bodies?
You mean those patients? They're just necessary sacrifices on the path to a new world. Just like you. Even without my involvement, you wouldn't live much longer. So, in a sense, I'm putting waste to good use. Wouldn't you agree?
You really have the nerve to say that.
Deep down, you know it too. For this great research, your sacrifices are insignificant. That's why the power players turn to me to continue the research.
There aren't that many patients with ether aptitude regression syndrome. Even if you develop a drug without side effects, there's not enough for mass production.
That's just a minor issue. At that point, we can simply induce the disease in ordinary people. Humans are an abundant resource. This is way easier than my current research. You don't know, do you? The power players have done many experiments already, and they've used up plenty of patients like you. Though, only your master's results were stable. Too bad he grew sentimental, which led to his demise. What a joke! Feeling pity for someone with one foot in the coffin like you. He never hesitated when extracting your spinal fluid before, but he refused to perform the final experiment at the last minute. That's why the power players got rid of him.
You mean he...
Oh, you're deteriorating rapidly. Looks like luck is on my side.
Don't get cocky. As long as I'm alive, I won't let you have that briefcase.
We'll see about that.
Damn it. More ethereals are showing up. We need to take them out first. I don't see Kirishima. He must have slipped away.
Who knows what he'll do next? Should we go after him? Harumasa, what's happening with your body? Kirishima just said your condition was strange. Are you hiding something from me?
I'm fine. Just feeling a little dizzy. I'll be okay in a minute.
If you don't tell me the truth right now, I'll end our partnership immediately.
Kirishima extracts spinal fluid from those kids regularly, but they're not in good shape. If this goes on, they'll likely relapse, so I had them use my spinal fluid instead. We needed to find Master and secure the drug samples he left. Losing Kirishima would have meant losing our only lead to the power players behind after taking everything into consideration. It was my only option.
You need to go to the hospital right now!
It's fine. The dose was small enough not to cause any serious side effects. Besides, my tolerance is different from theirs. My body is used to this kind of strain. More importantly, I still have things to do. Get the briefcase and put an end to that ethereal. It might sound stupid, but I don't want him wandering around forever in the hollows in that form.
Absolutely not. You're in really bad shape. You can't go fight that ethereal.
Sorry, but I have to do this. Don't worry. No one values my life more than I do. Thanks for accompanying me this whole way, partner. No need to worry. You should be happy for me. I can finally put an end to all this.
Yeah? Caught you red-handed.
Who's the pathetic one now?
Round them up.
This guy is too tough. Why don't we...
No. Trust me. I can beat him. I have to.
I detect Asaba Harumasa's vital signs are rapidly declining.
Oh no. If this continues, he'll...
Master.
Are you okay? Is your illness?
Well done, Harumasa. I'll go ahead and take what he left behind. Looks like you can't see or hear me anymore.
Give us back the case!
Who do you think you are? Just stay here. You won't survive for much longer.
Damn it! I won't let you...
Harumasa, wake up! Don't fall asleep!
Where am I? Everyone.
Tell me, will we ever get to feel the wind again?
It's not over yet! I still have unfinished business.
Listen to me, Harumasa.
Master.
The essence of archery is not to be sought from the outside. It resides within you. Each time you pull the string.
It's useless. Even if you smash it, as long as there's a single drop, my people can replicate it. You...
Kiss your grand plans goodbye.
Harumasa, what have you done?
Sorry, little proxy, but I can't let this thing exist in the world. I guess this was my final vacation request.
No, don't fall asleep!
This headband is yours now.
Huh? Can I really have it?
As I promised. But don't think it'll help you hit 10 bullseyes in a row while wearing it.
Got it! Thank you, Master.
Harumasa,
Huh?
No, it's nothing. If one day I'm not around anymore, you must keep up with your medication and routine checkups. Do you understand?
Master, are you leaving? Just like Mom and Dad? Did I do something wrong?
It's not your fault. I'm just really tired. Maybe it's time for me to skip work and take a break. But not yet. I've still got a lot of work to do. And I will finish it.
Will you come back after your break?
If I have the chance, I will. I once thought I could save more people. At least that's what they told me. If the gods have abandoned this world, trapping us in endless calamity, then we must reclaim the power of the gods with our mortal bodies, regardless of the cost or sacrifice. But this is wrong. I can't exchange this real, immediate suffering right in front of me for a distant and uncertain possibility. And who am I to trample on the lives of others in the name of sacrifice? I have no right. One who offers salvation in exchange for sacrifice is not a god, but evil. So, Asaba Harumasa. I wish for your life to always be your own. Not a sacrifice for anyone or anything. And I'm sorry.
What's all the fuss? This isn't some kind of prank, is it?
Not a prank. We are celebrating the return of a teammate who's recovered from a serious illness.
That's right! We prepared lots of yummy goodies!
Asaba, you're on time today. Very good. To celebrate, we've invited a special guest.
A warm welcome to our executive officer who's back on the job.
Man, just hearing back on the job gives me instant work fatigue. But all jokes aside, thanks, guys. If it weren't for our smart proxy calling for backup early and my dear teammates coming to the rescue just in time, my ashes would have been floating out to sea already.
You almost sound disappointed?
Executive Officer Asaba Harumasa, you've done great work and saved countless civilians from the Hollows. You are indispensable to Section 6. And with you here, we can make a real difference and help more people. I'm very proud of you.
Why so formal all of a sudden? You're making me blush. But thanks.
What was that saying again? Those who survive a catastrophe are destined for great fortune. Guess I'll take a fortune cookie.
Nothing beats a place where you can feel the breeze, to be honest. I didn't think I'd get to see you again. When I injected that drug in my neck, I thought I was done for. The doctor said the fact I was alive was sheer luck, not to mention how quick my recovery was. They couldn't explain it and called it a miracle of modern medicine. Guess I can be lucky too sometimes.
I'm just glad you're okay. So, what happened to Kirishima?
The kids at the sanatorium were all rescued and taken to a specialized hospital. Their conditions are stable now, and I'll be helping with their living expenses. As for the power players behind the scenes, we managed to get several names out of Kirishima during his interrogation. I'd say that's a decent lead to work with.
About your master. Did you take care of everything?
Yeah. I've collected his belongings, and the funeral's next month. Though, I might be the only one attending. To me, Master was my only family. So I was fixated on getting an answer from him. I wanted to ask him, why did he have to leave me without saying a word? Just like my birth parents did. But now, it just feels like none of that matters anymore. The deceit and exploitation were real. But so were the care and kindness. If suffering and happiness can coexist, then maybe love and hate can too.
Have you decided to forgive him?
I wouldn't call it forgiveness. It's just Acceptance. I take it as it is. Good or bad, pain or joy. There's nothing I don't accept. Perhaps that's what makes up life itself. There's always going to be evil. But there's always going to be good out there too. Like how I was on the brink but recovered miraculously. Even though I've lost family, I got to meet you and my amazing teammates.
Mr. Asaba Harumasa, based on your recent test results, we have a hypothesis that we think you need to know. Our analysis suggests that the drug you injected may have actually saved your life.
What do you mean? That drug was supposed to be poison to me and accelerate my disease.
Poison? No. It's more like a special cure tailored just for you. We have detected active residual ingredients inside your body that not only control the disease, but are a perfect match for your physiology. In other words, this medicine only works on you. It must have been made by someone who knew your condition inside and out. It's just a shame that it is an unfinished product. But it's still incredible how it brought you back from the brink of death.
So, it wasn't a miracle.
So the medicine that your master left behind wasn't any kind of booster drug. It was made specially to treat your illness. No wonder that Ethereal stayed near it.
I guess so. I wonder when he stopped working on the ether booster drug and began focusing on creating a cure for me. I had no idea. That's probably why those people decided to get rid of him. Thanks for being here. Don't worry. I'll live my life to the fullest. But if one day I become sick and turn into an ethereal, don't frown. We all know that day's gonna come sooner or later. When that happens, and if you're around, I hope you can do me a small favor and end my life. Don't leave me wandering forever as an ethereal in a hollow. Please.
All right, I promise.
Thank you. Though, I really hope that day doesn't come anytime soon. All right. Let's both aim to live our lives to the fullest in this messed up, wounded, yet so brilliantly beautiful world.
Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here.
We fighting? Okay, let's get ready.
Watanga.
Understood. Ready! Not even close!
Stay on your feet. Ready.
Need something? My services are expensive.
Only the brave. Victory will be ours!
Stay on your feet.
Courage is power! Knowledge is too! There's no retreat now!
That was 1 in 100, I guess.
Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here.
Only the brave. Victory will be ours! Let me at him!
Round them up.
After this, I can go home, right?
Need something? My services are expensive.
Only the brave. Okay, let's get ready.
That was smooth.
There's no retreat now.
That was 1 in 100, I guess.
Let me at. Is that all? Courage is power. Knowledge
That
is
was
too.
1 in 100, I guess. With a clear mind, arrows fly true. Close combat isn't my thing.
Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here.
We fighting? Victory will be ours.
no retreat now.
Ready.
Courage is power! Knowledge is too!
You walked right into this one.
Don't worry, I'm terribly weak.
Home is where the head is?
Fine. Be gentle with the patient, would you?
Understood. Keep a lookout. Round them up.
That was 1 in 100, I guess. With a clear mind, arrows fly true.
There's no retreat now.
Let's test your metal. Caught you red-handed. Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here.
Watanda.
Wata.
Need something? My services are—
We fighting? Take victory will be ours!
Ambush!
You walked right into this one.
Time to shine!
Fine.
Courage is power! Knowledge is too!
Round them up.
Ready.
There's no retreat now.
That was 1 in 100, I guess. Ever heard the whistle of arrows in flight?
you red-handed. Yeah! Huh? Huh?
I won't budge! Even one step!
Don't worry, I'm terribly weak.
Let's test your metal.
Don't you dare hurt my friends!
I'll let this arrow fly. We're not done yet. With a clear mind, arrows fly true.
Yep.